Hi everyone, so we're going to be looking into this topic called obfuscate for Flutter projects, and it's just something so we could understand how we can protect our mobile application. It's the process of modifying an app's binary to make it harder for humans to understand. So it looks like it replaces each symbol with another symbol, making it difficult for attackers to reverse engineer. So this is something that we could do. And let me see here. Obfuscating your code does not encrypt resources, nor does it protect against reverse engineering. It only renames symbols to more obscure names. So it looks like it's more just to make it less easy to read the code, but doesn't actually change the code in any way, so it could still be reversed engineered. And we just need to, when we're building something, we need to build a target with the command obfuscate and then split debug info. And once we do that, then we'll be able to get the code in these random letters, and then debug, obfuscate, create an obfuscated app. You can generate a JSON file that contains obfuscation map. Obfuscation map is a JSON array with pairs of original names and obfuscated names. Okay, I see. So you can create a mapping of it to know what the abbreviated is and what the real one was. That's actually not bad. We can look into that. Okay. So I already went ahead to add it to my code. So what I did is here I have just a basic Flutter demo app. You can watch my previous video on how to set up a Flutter application, but it's just the basic app that's created. And then I went to my build, and in this build I went to outputs, and you'll see it in the Flutter APK. This is where we're going to generate the APK files. And before we do that, we need to first add something into our code. So in our Android, so if we go to Android and then we go to our app, here there are two things we need to do. So Android and then app. And you'll see here the build.gradle.kts, and then we also need to create a pro-guard rules.pro. So then we're going to be adding this Android part into the build.gradle.kts. So inside the build types of our Android, so we got Android, and inside here, build types, we're going to set up a get by name. So whenever we do some sort of release, we're going to have minify enabled and shrink resources enabled, and then this ProGuard file that's going to help with this process. And then what we're going to do is once you've added this into the build.gradle, we have to create a file called proguard-rules.pro, and then this is just ensuring that the commands we add into our build.gradle are going to work. If you don't add this, then this get by name in the build types will not work. You'll get an error here in the terminal. So once we got those two files set up, then really all we need to do is just check our build output, and then inside here, our Flutter APK, we're going to be running some commands. So we're going to be running this Flutter build APK. So if I run that, we'll see APK file get built here. Let me just check the README file. Actually, let me go online. I want to see what this extra gen snapshot options does. So I'm going to just go to deepseek and double check. Just want to see what I should replace that with. Alright, so how to use the flag. Okay. Obfuscation -map.json. Okay. Let me copy this, and then I'm going to just delete that file, and I'm going to paste this in instead. Target file. Let me see here. Build APK. I think I'm gonna get rid of those backslashes. I think that's what's causing the problems. And we don't need all this extra stuff here. Okay. There we go. And let's try that if I run it. So I'm just wondering where will this go? Okay, so let's see. Is it saved in that same folder? Let me just fix this first. There we go. Let's see. So where is it mapping? Obfuscation. Where will the obfuscation -map.json be saved? It's saved in the file path. Okay. I don't see the JSON file. Maybe it is this. Nope. Let me see. This APK, maybe it's inside here. Is it inside here? And the JSON and the assets. Okay, I don't seem to see it. Let me see. project root folder. Ah, okay, I see. It went to the root. Wow. Alright. This needs to be all formatted nicely. Let me just check here. Okay, so it looks like it is working. So if I look at this, let me go to here. Material X scaffold 8. So it is working here. It just got saved to the root of the folder. So you can see if I break it apart into the two different values here, they have been renamed and it does work. I just need to install like a plugin or something to format this stuff, and I believe there is a way to do that. How to format .json files on automatic save in Android Studio. There should be either a plugin or a command to do this. Alright, let me restart that. Alright, so let's try this. I went to the settings. So here in Android Studio, settings, I open up the settings, I went to plugin, and then here I'm typing in JSON viewer, and this one looks like it would be the one. JSON viewer. Okay, let me just try installing it. Or click format, search in JSON with your key. Transform JSON string into human readable format with Alt F. Okay. Alt, there's Control F. Okay, oops. Command F. Control F. Nope, that is not.
Hey Dad, like I already said, is I can say, and if I hit user ID equals 5, and if I hit format, it automatically converts this into a JSON string. Say something like, once we open that up, we can start to see the JSON viewer tool has been added to that menu. Go ahead and insert that by going to view, tool windows, and then you'll see the JSON viewer tool has been added to that menu. So once we open that up,
Okay.
so the JSON viewer tool has been added. The viewer tool has been, and then you'll see to access that by going to view, tool window.
Okay, so let's go here. View, tool window, and then JSON viewer, and then hit. Let me see here. Is window open here? Okay, it is. So I got this thing on the right side. If I paste it all, format, copy, paste it back in here. Nice. So it's been formatted now. And it's just putting each item on its own line after the comma. So it looks like it is doing those two pairs, so it's telling us what the original was and it's telling what it has been transformed to. So when we look at the obfuscated file, and this file should be in our Flutter APK, and if I go, let's just make a new folder here on our desktop, and I'm just going to drag and drop this into our folder. I'm going to just grab it right here. I'm going to go to my terminal. I'm going to just do a find on my local to look for terminal, and I did use this command just recently. I'll just go to my desktop, and then I'll go to, I'm going to rename this to new. So then I have to go cd new, and I'm just going to push up. So I have this command right here. So I went into my desktop, I went into my folder new, and then I'm running this command sudo apk tool d, and then this is the name of that app release right there. So right there, the app release.apk, and then it's going to be in the output folder. it's going to generate this folder. So I'm just going to hit enter. And you can see here a new folder has been generated. I'm just going to open this up in Visual Studio Code here, just so we can drag and drop it. I'm going to open this up, and you can see here that our code is not there, but it has some of these random letters, random things, and I'm going to actually double check based on this this value here. Let's see, this one's the hidden value now in our project. If I try to find it and try to map it with what it used to be, so Command Shift F, find that word. Okay, it's not there. Let's do this one. Okay, it's not there. Device pixel. Nope. None of those are there. Let's see if I go into here. Let me try opening it up with Android Studio. File, open, new window. So let me just try here in Android Studio, double tap the Shift key, WJB, right, let me do that again. So here, let's see, files, symbols, text, classes. Var C input method descriptor. Huh. Okay, let me just check here. So it looks like it's just completely unrelated to the code. It's not even going to be able to map anything. There's literally nothing to map. It's just completely broken apart, and it's something that's just used. I don't think you actually can find those words in here because it's not even searchable. And the code is completely deconstructed, so you don't even know which part is for what. So it looks like this way of securing the code through obfuscation seems to work. But also, if we go back to Android Studio, okay, we ran the obfuscate command, and it did generate the files. We looked at the file. So it looks like there's nothing related to the map, but it looks like it's hard to understand what's going on in the file because everything is pretty much broken apart.